And here we go. The day after. Let's call it the aftermath. That CU loss to Nebraska looks very, very bad. Wasn't as bad as people think it is, but it's bad altogether. But we're going to talk about it. And boy, what are they going to do to fix it? We shall find out. Not in week 3, week 4. Because week 3, CSU. And yet and still, Colorado's everybody's Super Bowl. Y'all ready to talk about it? Let's get into it. But before we do, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn that post notification bells on so you know when your boy is going live or dropping this heat. And as we do on a late Sunday morning, well, Sunday afternoon, let's talk about this football game. Let's go. Colorado rolled into Lincoln expecting a win. We thought they could beat Nebraska. But turns out Nebraska was more prepared and more ready than Colorado ever was. Now, hopefully the rest of the players understands what Shedeur meant when he said Colorado was everybody's Super Bowl. Because if you don't know, after the game, Nebraska celebrated with Shedeur's perfect timing, posted all kind of pictures over the internet, doing the Shedeur, doing the thing, and that's their right to celebrate. I hope you Colorado fans got skin because it's gonna be a long week. Coach Prime know what's gonna happen this week. Everybody couldn't wait for him to lose. No matter if it was now or later. He knows what's coming this week. Oh, the haters gonna show up. And the pundits that are gonna talk about it are gonna talk about it. I didn't watch the game live. I was asleep. And we had a football game yesterday. My son had a football game yesterday, and about the time we got home, I needed to take a nap so I could jump on the road later on that night. And I jumped on the road and went to Dallas and came back. But while going to Dallas, I watched the game. The game was bad. In the first half, Don't Touch 2 didn't exist yesterday. Offensive line, horrible. Hank Zelinskis, those two guards, you played horribly. But the question is, what are you going to do to get back? Y'all were overmatched, overpowered, outcoached the whole nine. Colorado was just bad on all phases of the game yesterday. Shedeur throwing that pick, I just don't think he saw. It was when I watched it, you couldn't see from his point of view. I don't think he saw that cornerback, or he'd have never thrown that pass, or he'd have put some zip on it. There wasn't no zip on it. It was just laid out there flat, which is an easy pick and walk into the end zone. But let's start with the offensive line. Oh my God. Where do we start with the offensive line? They were just getting manhandled. They were just getting pushed around like 12-year-olds on stunts, on inside moves, on linebacker blitzes. It was just bad. I mean, to allow on the first possession of the game, your quarterback to get sacked, that let you know it was a long day. Right there. That let us know right there that it's going to be a long day for two. And he knew it because he didn't look comfortable in the pocket all night long. Shedeur was uncomfortable in that pocket all night. He didn't believe in the protection schemes he had, and he didn't believe in his offensive line. And you could see it in his feet. When you watch Shedeur, I usually watch his feet and his body posture. It tells you how good he's feeling. And last night he wasn't scared. He wasn't nervous. He was uncomfortable because he knew it was coming. And I put that on the OC, Pat Sherman, to change the scheme up, to change the plays up. You needed more crossing routes. You needed more screens. You needed more hitches. You needed more. You just didn't call the game. You waited until your 4th and 1 is when you called your first running play in the game. That game should have started on the ground and stayed in the running game for most of it. Shedeur has too many. The plays take too long to develop because you're always trying to go for the big one. No, dink and dunk your way down the field and make them earn it. Call plays to the flat. Plays when the wheel routes for running backs. The game was just called horrible. At least Robert Livingston adjusted in the second half. Wasn't no adjustment for the offense. You didn't try to keep your quarterback safe. There was no moving of the pocket. Those running plays you called, they just here. What the fuck is this? Right here. No. Where's your creativity in this offense? Where are your 2 tight end sets? I seen one running play designed for Savell Smalls to come around and get the pick. No, he couldn't even get that. Why? Because your center was in your backfield and it pushed him out the way. You have to get better. The 2 offensive linemen up front, 3 were getting slaughterhoused. Yes, those are 2 All-American tackles that was coming in all day long, pushing forward. But you have to fix it. You have to adjust your offense to it. You know they can't hold them. So why are you calling pass plays that take 4 to 5 seconds to develop? You call slants. You call crossing routes. You call hooks. You call dig routes. Come on, man. No screens, bubble screens, anything to get the ball out of his hand quickly. Move the pocket. No bootlegs. What offense was that? Who showed you that? But it was bad in the first half. Couldn't do nothing with the ball. I mean, absolutely nothing. That offense was porous as hell yesterday. And that's all coaching. You just got completely out-coached. Your game plan sucked. You didn't have the backup. You didn't adjust to what was happening on the field. You look like dude from last year. No, let's just keep going. It'll work. No, it is not like the Veer. It moves. It's like Novocaine. You know, shit was horrible. You got 1,000 penalties being called, targeting, holding, hands to the face, offside. What the hell are y'all doing? I understand that is a big environment to play in. 90,000 strong, screaming and hollering and doing the damn thing. But are you ready for the moment? Is it big enough? Were you big enough? No, they weren't. Their offensive line opening up holes big enough to run my truck through. And then else just zoom. But if you look at the stats, the game doesn't look too bad. Nebraska had 334 total yards. Colorado had 260. Passing yards. Colorado had 244 passing yards. Nebraska had 185. Now, rushing yards. Nebraska had 149. Colorado had 16. Now, that's just bad. You can't. First down. Nebraska had 22 first downs. Colorado had 15. Both of these teams were bad. Nebraska was bad in the second half. Colorado was bad in the first half. Third down efficiency, Colorado was 4 of 14. Nebraska was 3 of 12 on third down. Nebraska ran 65 total plays. Colorado ran 62 plays. Nebraska punted the ball 7 times. Colorado punted the ball 5 times. Colorado had 9 penalties for 104 yards. Nebraska had 12 penalties for 105 yards. Both of these teams played horrible. One just happened to score more than the other. That was a bad game. Flags. It was a yellow flag party happening just east. Shedeur threw one interception. They had that fumble late in the game, which it didn't even matter. Nebraska time possession was 35-21. Colorado had the ball 24 minutes, 39 seconds. So there's a 10-minute gap, 11-minute gap in time possession. And those are running plays. And that's what won the game. Colorado just couldn't move the game. They have to pass. You have to run the ball. Being a pass-first offense is what got you beat yesterday. Because from the first snap, Nebraska said, go get them, make them run the ball. Make them show us that they can run the ball. Now, what happened was they didn't run that 3-3-5 defense. They ran it, but they also did what I said Colorado should be doing. Different look every time. They ran a different defense almost every play. Same defense, but it was lined up different. Colorado was just outcoached. Badly. Real bad. Defensively, you got to get better. And you came out and done exactly what they saw you did last week, run man. And they ran the ball down your throat. They said we're gonna make your 4 stop our 4. And if you commit to stopping the run, we're gonna drop these balls across the middle and make you pay for it. Dylan Raiola did not do anything spectacular yesterday. He just played conservative football and didn't screw up. Like I said, don't screw up. They had to make him screw up. They didn't get a lot of pressures. As far as player stats, Shedeur was 23 for 38 for 244, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Still a good day. He was just on his ass all day. He was getting chased around the pocket all day. Allen Hayden had 5 rushes for 32 yards. I think his longest was about 17, 18 yards. Charlie Alfredall gotta go sit down somewhere. He can't start because you need a power back to start your game, and you need to start with running the ball. Stop passing on first down. Make them respect your running game and make them understand that, hey, we gonna do this all night. Make them stack the box instead of rushing 5 or rushing 6. Nebraska rushed 4 all night, sometimes 3, maybe 5. But when they did it, they didn't pick them up. Them inside steps and them twists they was running, killing Colorado. Inside lineman, dog. You got to figure it out. That whooping is on the coaches. That whooping is completely on the coaches because Colorado wasn't prepared. Their game plan was one-dimensional, and they didn't have any alternatives. It has to be a lot better. Coach Prime has to make sure that it's a lot better. Coach Prime does not like to be an overseer per se. He likes to tell everybody what to do and expect you to do your job. And you're going to have to get into some assets. It's time to go back to old school coaching and be on your assistant coaches behind. Look, this is what we need to do. This is where we need to go. Coach Prime, you can call the plays from the sideline and tell your defense what's going on, but they still have to react and respond. And they did a poor job last night. They got out coached. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I'm a true biggest Colorado fan there is. I love it for Coach Prime. I want him to win. I hope they win, but they got to get better on the defensive front. And that offensive interior line, they have to do better. That was horrible. You cannot get pushed around like that and expect Shedeur to stay upright. If Shedeur is how you win the game, you keep him clean. DT2 didn't happen yesterday. We was touching too. They was playing with him. They was tickling him. They was burping him. They was rubbing his feet. They was all back there, shaking hands, giving him hugs. The quarterback won't make it through the season like that. See what happened late in the game. You got 2 targeting penalties yesterday. That one on Levante Bentley was bad. I don't know. The one on, who was that? Number 8, they got that penalty. They called it off. The one on Trevor Woods, bad. You want to know why? Because Trevor knows better. He launched at that guy straight up like a missile at an angle. Instead of turning his body this way, he went that way. Up. You don't make a tackle launcher up at somebody. You come straight across his body line and lay him out. If he'd have hit him waist first, that would have been fine. Good tackle every time. Face mask in his chest or face mask across his chest or across his stomach, shoulder into him leaning, same tackle. Sometimes the power ain't needed, just get him on the ground. Everybody wants the big head. But the basis of the game, the guy on the ground, get the tackle. But if you put your head across the front, you get the fumble too. Sometimes, a lot of the time. That's how most of the fumbles come hard, helmet on ball. But a lot of penalties yesterday. The penalties were ridiculous. Travis was 10 receptions for 110 yards. He got his 100. He got his hundo. DeJounte West, you got to catch them balls, dog. You can't let them balls hit the ground like that after they hit your hand. 3 or 4 balls you drop, crucial. Those were all third down plays. That's when your team is counting on you to make those plays. That's what you said you wanted to come there for, to make those plays. But when it was your time, I don't know. You didn't do what you had to do. You know. Donald Hayden was 2 for 27 receiving. Will Shepard was 3 for 59. Will did his part. He caught his balls when they came to him for the most part. Got a couple of yards after the catch. You know. You got to use your tight end. Terrell Smalls need to be more involved in the game. John Hart needs to be more involved in the game. You have to do more 12 personnel. You have to run the ball, man. The tight ends have to be involved. You can't go for 20 plus yards of play. It's not how football is done. And Shedeur has to stop holding on to the ball. You got to take what the defense gives you. You passed up a couple of short passes trying to get the big play. Stop. Take the 5 yards. Take the 8 yards. You don't need 20, 15, 30 yards every freaking play. Take it. You see the running back or the Y or the Z in the flat sitting there. DB 5, 7 yards off. Throw them the ball. Stop trying to go downfield. Take the smart play. You can't win like that. Yes. And you know your offensive line is being dominated. Get the ball out your hand. You know your offensive line being dominated. You can't say you didn't because it happened from first play. From first play, they were sitting in your lap. They were there all night. You can't act like they weren't, dog. Shedeur has to be better. Some of it, a lot of it's on him. He has to be better. You can't. You can't. Like I said, he was uncomfortable all night. Defense played bad. Offense, it was just bad. Cam led the team in sacks. In tackles. Shedeur is out. Shiloh is out. You got a lot of players hurt. Don't know who's coming back next week or what's going to be what. Practice has to be different. No more 1s versus 2s. 1s versus 2s for a little while. And then you got to do what we used to do, 1s versus 1s. Best on best. Who got it? Who won it? Modern. I don't care what happens. You got to learn how to kick a field goal in the air, not across the doggone offensive line. Where was the freshman kicker last night that kicks it 60 yards and better? That's the one we should have brought on the road. We knew Jace was, but it was just a bad day. You knew it was a bad day. That interception across the middle should have been an interception. But yet and still, ball was bobbled. They catch it, running into it. That's when you knew nothing you do is going to happen all day long. Ball is bouncing your way. It's just bouncing your way. And yesterday, it was bouncing Nebraska all day. I mean, big hops. But I don't know what they do between now and Saturday because CSU is going to be ready. And I think that number one receiver got hurt yesterday too, Torrey Horton. And he got hurt. But as Shedeur said, y'all are everybody's Super Bowl. You know you're going to get everybody's best. I hope the new guys saw that yesterday. And I think y'all needed that wake-up call. Y'all didn't need the straight win. You need to take an L and you need it now. Somebody needed to be humble and understand what it is that you're playing for and what everybody else that steps into their stadium or when y'all step into their stadium, what it's going to be. You're not going to get a half-ass team that's weak that day. Everybody's going to be at 100% because everybody wants to be coach prime. I hope y'all understand that. As players, as a team, everybody wants to be prime. Everybody wants to do the Shedeur after they win. Everybody wants to play perfect timing in their locker room and put it on the internet after they win. That's everybody's goal when they play y'all. Because they want some of that same shine that you've been getting on the internet. They want to shut it down. This team is way too talented to play that bad. Too much talent to only put up 10 points in an entire game. And only then in the second half. Robert Livingston, you got to be on point from kickoff. Not wait till the second half and adjust. You got to be able to adjust in game, first quarter. I understand they get some bite. Then you have to get out of there and do something else. Players have to understand. The OC has to be better. Zap was pissed yesterday. Pissed. From offensive line, I don't know what y'all do, but that might be the best D-line and O-line y'all see all year. But them boys was angry. They wanted it, and they wanted it more than you. They wanted it more than anybody. That was a complete mess of a football game yesterday. Colorado, I chalk it up. Y'all had a bad day. Look at the grand scheme of things. Y'all had a bad day because nothing was going right. Even Mark Bissett had some bad punts. I've seen a couple of his punts go short and go out of bounds. Instead of you kicking it to the Raptors into the 60 yards down the field. It just didn't look good as a whole yet. It was bad on both sides of the ball. All phases of the game was bad yesterday. And I don't know how you fix it without everybody going back to basics and understanding that, hey, we played bad. We have to do better. We have to want it more. And understand that wherever you go or whoever comes to you is giving you 110% because they want that internet time. They want to be able to say, we gave y'all that L. It's a big target. That thing, circle, little circle, smaller circle, smaller circle, smaller circle. The bullseye, yeah. Back of your jersey every week. They coming. Y'all already there. They coming. They coming for you. Without question. Now all week, you will be inundated with a bunch of hate, and it's well deserved. Because you played horrible. Paul Feinbaum gonna stand on his soapbox and scream it from on top of the doggone mountain in Birmingham. He gonna stand on top of Vulcan and scream it. All these guys. I know who ain't gonna do nothing crazy. Sean Keeley, he gonna write the most soothing article about how Coach Prime and the Buffaloes lost without all the bullcrap. But he gets to write that because they played bad. Everybody's gonna write how bad y'all played yesterday. I can probably put on here, put it in the internet right now, Colorado football, and about 15 articles will come up. Because y'all are a hit piece. Y'all are a good read. A good 4,000 or 5,000 views. I woke up after the game last night. So I knew we had already lost. I opened YouTube up. Everybody and their mama had a Colorado, Nebraska stream going. Everybody. All the YouTubers were streaming after this loss. I don't know. That I wish I could show some of this video of how bad they were, but I'm sure Buffton Prime is going to do that. So, and fighting YouTube over these bullshit fair use stuff and when you can't use videos and do a critique or reaction video or commentary over another video is sometimes not even worth it. You know. But look here, man. It's gonna be a bad week. It's gonna be a long week. But I think the best thing has happened. Colorado takes this L. And they get to learn from it. Everybody took L's yesterday. Notre Dame. I thought Tulane. Tulane was looking like Kansas State. Y'all looking shaky over there yesterday. Oregon was looking shaky tonight. Oregon State was in, boy. Oregon. First it was Idaho, then it was Boise. Oregon was looking a little shaky. A lot of shakiness happened yesterday. A lot of L's were taken. Just remember, we're still in week 2. 10 more seasons, 10 more weeks of this. It's a long season. Make it to homecoming. Win these next 2. Get you some time off. You know what I'm saying? You're still 3-1, 4-1. By the time you get your break, and you good. Just remember, it ain't over. Got a lot to work on. Got to heal up a lot of players. Jalo might be done for the season, so somebody got to fill in for him. Y'all got to learn how to tackle. All this targeting, all this holding. DJ McKinney, pass interference. DJ McKinney, targeting. Even though it wasn't targeting, it was a good tackle. Even though, next time you make that tackle, don't stand there and just take a step. Move. No force. Yeah, you hit him, but you risk hurting yourself without moving to make a tackle. You had no leverage. Hurt yourself. Put yourself out for the year like that. There's got to be a lot more coverage. There's got to be a lot more zones, a lot more zone blitzes. Got to get out of that man. Got to get out of man. You do not have 11 Deion. You do not have 6 DeionSanders in your coverage. Stop trying to run all that damn man. They can't do it. That's too much. A good DB can only cover man for so long. So many ways for man to be exploited. It's ridiculous. Stop running man all the time. Or at least make it look different. Do something. Different looks, different pack. Do something different. Offensively and defensively. Stop with plain old, I'm better than you. My quarterback is better than yours. Yes, your quarterback was better than theirs, and you still lost because you did nothing different. Do something else. Believe me. You need some creativity in that offense. With no drag routes, with no, man, God, yo, it was just up the seat, go up the seat. Plays take too long to develop. Help your team. Help your quarterback. OC, that's your man, 100 grand. Help him. Call better plays. Do better. Get the ball out of his hand. Run the ball. Run a jet sweep. Run a counter. Do something else. Stop running plays out of shotgun. Shedeur can get under center. He ain't that goddamn special. Make other people respect what you do. Not just sit back there and throw the ball. I understand he's a good quarterback. He's the best quarterback in the league. But God damn, do something. Make it harder for teams to know what you're going to do. You don't do that. That's vanilla, plain, same shit. Ain't no movement, ain't no rotation, ain't no different play. We don't do it. Line up the same freaking way all day. 4-step, 3, 5-step drops. Why is he doing 5-step drops? And the doggone guards are sitting in your lap. Move the pocket. Run a sweep. Do something. My God. That was a horribly playing game. Your game plan was bad. Mike Tyson said everybody got a game plan until you get punched in the mouth. And you got punched in the mouth and didn't do nothing. You didn't change it. You didn't rotate. You didn't activate. You kept trying to do the same thing over again. Insanity, the definition. Thinking it's going to work. Didn't work. Do something else. Fix it. My God. How in the hell was Coach Prime not pulling his beard out last night? That poor clock management close to halftime. If you run the clock out and call the timeout, but damn it, don't call it in the middle. Come on, man. Everybody has to do better. That was a team losing effort from top to bottom. Nobody did their job yesterday. You have to do better. Yes, you were a better team, but they wanted it more. And they weren't going to let you come in their house and disrespect them and do what they were doing to you at the end of the game. Going to the locker room. They weren't going to let you sing the fight song in their stadium no more. All they've been hearing all week, Big Matt McChesney talking shit. All the ex-Colorado players talking shit, reminding them of that big-ass win. Name won a game in over 5,000 days. Well, guess who's going to be over 5,000 days now? Colorado is, because they ain't on the schedule for some years. So, what are you gonna do, Colorado? How bad do you want it? Is it for Miss Peggy or is it not? Prime. What are you gonna do with your players? What are you gonna do with your coaches? I assume y'all are up practicing right now because you should have just jumped on the plane and came straight home. Ain't no staying the night. Ain't no doing none of that. Let's go. Call them United Pilots and say, hey, put in a new flight plan because we going back home. We ain't staying here in the Children of the Corn Center for this bullshit. They should be up running gases right now. Everybody. I don't care if you played 60% or not. Everybody practice. Ain't no day off. Let's go. Because you played like you was off yesterday. Looked like you only gave 60%. Because you got that ass tackle. Feet down, slapped up. Them big corn eating mugs was just all in your backyard all game long. Do something about it. You can't take it out on them. You got to take it out on the next team. Everybody you play got to pay for what Nebraska did. That would be my mindset. I don't care who did what. We know you old Colorado State. Fuck that. They got to pay for what they did to me. All that yipping and yapping, fussing at each other. Teammates got to hold teammates accountable. Y'all want to be a player-led team lead. Let's go. Your linemen got to do extra reps. Got to understand your concept. All this film watching. You need to be watching film for the next 3 days nonstop. Film. Understanding how to move is one. But I digress. Somebody got to fix it. Yeah, it's a lot to fix. That's what they make all their money for. Everybody got to do their job. I did mine. While watching you fuck up yours. But we're going to get out of here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Do what y'all do. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit the join button. You know, join the family. Do what it do. Thanks for all the new members. Everybody, we're going to see what it see. I'm finna jump on this Black Ops 6 beta. Because my wife and kids are at church. And your boy came home, took a nap. Now, we finna get it done. Figured it. I'm out. Y'all be easy. Don't drink too much. NFL on. Let's go.